Hi all, welcome to Code with Friends. So today's tutorial, we are going to see about the HTML. So we are going to see what is HTML, what are the uses of HTML, and basic tags that are available in HTML. Also, we are going to cover a live example of HTML. So these are things that we are going to cover in the today's tutorial, the HTML. So let me open a new tab and I'm just going to open a code sandbox. So it's an online editor for HTML. Like if you wanted to work in your local, it's very simple. You can just open your file explorer. You can create .html files in any of your folders you wanted to create, and you can just run that file so that will be running on the Google Chrome or Edge browsers or whatever you have for. Okay, so I have just opened an online code sandbox editor. So in the online code sandbox editor, so if you see, there is an index.html file. So this is how the structure of an HTML looks like. So the first thing, what is the use of HTML? The main purpose of HTML is the user interface. So it is to deal with the user interface. For example, let me open this Amazon.in website. So when I open this Amazon.in website, so can you see this user interface? So this we call as a user interface. User interface is nothing but, so what user sees, what the user sees in the presentation view, something like that. So here, if you see, so these are all HTML. These all are built with HTML. Like this entire design of this page is built with HTML. So let me open this Control Shift I. Let me press Control Shift I, or you can also right click the mouse and inspect. So there is an option called elements. So if you see here elements, you'll be able to see this HTML tags. So if you see, there will be an opening and closing of the HTML, and there will be a head option and there will be a body option. So the same, like there will be an HTML, so opening and closing, and there will be a head tag, and there will be a body. So I'll be telling you what is the purpose of this head and like body. So whatever you see, basically whatever you see here, so that will be inside the body. That will be inside the body, like every divisions or whatever you wanted to see. And in the head, like if you see, you can add the scripts, those kind of things as well. And one more thing, so here there is an option called title. So whatever you added over here, so here let me give free code. Friends, I'm just adding this title and I'm just going to save this particular file, index.html file. Let me open this in new page so that we can see that. So I just opened this in this new thing that I didn't copy it properly. Yeah. So let me open it in the new page. So if you see, you can see the title, whatever you see it over there. Can you see here in the tab title? So title is nothing but that's a tab title. So whatever you see it on the tab, so that will be there in this title. So related to this link, so if you wanted to add any external styles to this file, if you wanted to link, you can add it. So this we will be seeing in the later tutorials as well, like in elaboration. So here, if you see, this will be there in the head. So head option. So can you see here is a title. So this title, online shopping Amazon website. So that is what you see here, online shopping site in India, shop online for mobiles, books, watches. So that will come under title. Okay. So if you wanted to see the HTML elements that you are creating, so you have to just click on Control Shift I and you have to see on this elements tag. So beneath this, you'll be able to see all the tags, whatever you have written. Okay. So this HTML opening and closing. So in HTML, if you have some tag, there should be opening and closing for that tag. But in like when you work with React, the Anglers and all, so it's not required. So you can like use it like straight away like this. For example, if you're using a body tag, you can If I'm using some tags, for example, if I'm using some tags like div, you can also use it like this. So there are options that are available in when you work with front end, any of the frameworks or libraries. So like here, as of now, you can know that like there should be, if you have any opening tags, there should be a closing tags for that particular tag, whatever you're creating. Okay. So here in the head tag, so these are the things, parameters that you have to include, and body tag. So in the body tag, for example, let me write like this. So whatever I write, so that will be shown in this user interface, or like you call this as a DOM. This is a DOM. So that will appear on the DOM. So whatever you write inside the body, so that will be visible for the user. Okay. So these are the things that you should know about the HTML. So the main purpose of HTML is for the user interface. And when you talk about the HTML is static or dynamic, so basically HTML is static, which means that it won't be clickable. You won't be make this clickable. So basically you nothing will happen. Just it will be only for the presentation purpose. So you cannot deal with HTML, plain HTML. You cannot deal with the elements and all. Okay, fine. So these are the things that you should know about HTML. So now let's go about seeing the basic HTML tags that are available in the that you should know. Okay, so let me start with the first tag, which is a division tag. Okay, so let me create a division. Okay, so I have just created a division tag. So let me name the division as welcome ABC. Okay, so this is the division. So this division tag, I will tell you what is the purpose of this division tag. So this division tag is like a container. So what do you mean by called a container? So let me open this in the new page and I will show you. So what do you mean by container means this we call it as a block level element. Basically division is a block level element. Why it is called as a block level element? There is a reason behind that. So let me click on this Control Shift I. So if you wanted to inspect any of the elements you wanted, so just click on this inspect, select an element, and you can just hover on this welcome ABC element. So if you see here, automatically a style will be applied, which is called as display block, which means that if you see here, this entire width of the screen will be occupied by the division. So you should not need to mention any of the width that screen should occupy. So entire width will be occupied by the division. So whatever you are creating. So in my case, my screen size is 1366. So if in your case, if your screen size is 1200 or 1100, if you're using a tab, it will be 700 pixels. So it will occupy the screen size entirely with only the width size. The height will be like the height whichever your text holds. So let me do one more thing. Let me create one more division, like welcome to the code. So if you see here, this appears on the second line. If you have noticed, this appears on the second line, which means that why it appears on the second line? Because this is a div element. This occupied the entire block. Since this occupied the entire block, there won't be any space for any other tag elements which you're going to add. So it will appear automatically on your next line. Okay, so that is the reason. So basically div is something like it is a block level element which you can use to show if you like to display the entire row. Okay, so there is a opening tag of div, and as I told that if you are writing some tags or writing some elements, if you have some opening, so there should be a closing of the tag. Okay, so next, so this is about the division tag. So now I wanted to bring to picture into one more tag, which is called a span tag. Okay, so let me give span as hi. So if you see, this is a span tag. So what is the difference between div and span tag? Is a very simple answer. So span is an inline element, div is a block level element. So what do you mean by inline element and block level element? I will tell you. So I'm just going to use the same inspect over here. So when I inspect over here, can you see here is an option called auto. And when I hover on this, can you see it occupied the only space, how much width the text holder and how much height this holder. So that is the difference between the div and span tag. So div is nothing but it occupies the entire row. If you see, div is nothing but it occupied the entire row, like how much ever your screen size goes for. But span element is nothing but it occupies only the specific width that text holds and the height the text holds. So that is the difference between the div and span. So let me add a one more span tag and I will show you. So I have added one more span tag, hi welcome. So if you see that, that will appear next to the tag hi. The reason that it appears next to the tag hi is because that is a inline element. So since that was an inline element, so the element position occupied by hi is this much only. So that's the reason the welcome was occupied in the same row. But in case of division, when I gave the next division, since that division occupies the entire row, it comes on the next line. So this is the difference between div and span. So mostly you will be using this div span in many of the places. So like get to know the real difference between div and span and you can use it. So these are the main important tags that you have to know. Okay, fine. So now let us see the one more tag, the other tag. So we have seen about the div tag. We have also seen about the span tag. Okay. So we have covered about the division tag. So division tag is nothing but it is a container. You can call that as a block level element. The reason that you're calling that as a block level element, I think you know, because if I showed you that like when you hover on it, element style called display block is automatically applying and the entire row is occupied. So that is the division tag. So next tag is span tag. So span tag is nothing but that is an inline element, which means that it occupies the width and height only of the particular text and not the entire row. So these are the two important tags. So next comes the heading tag. So what is the heading tag? So let me give h1. So if you see heading tag, if you see there are 6 different tags, h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6. So let's start with, I'm just going to give heading 1 itself here straight away. So if you see, it is coming in bold. The reason why it comes in bold is, so when you apply this h1 tag, a default styles will be applied. If you see here, this is the default style. It will automatically, it will apply. You don't have to write any styles. It will automatically apply the display block. I think you know, display block means the entire row will be occupied. And if you see, the font size is there and the font weight is there. So this font size 2M, it increases the size, and if you see the font weight bold, it makes the text bold. And also there are some margins are being applied. So if you see margin top is applied, if you see some space are being applied between this margin top and margin bottom. So we will discuss in detail about the stylings in the styling tutorial. So here I'll just give you an overview of the different tags. So this is about the h1 tag, and then what could be the difference of h2 tag? So that's also very simple. So if you see, okay, let me write a one more tag, which is h2 tag. So h2, okay. If you see, the size became decreased. Can you see the size become little less? The reason is, as I told, that automatic styles will be applied. If you see, the font size here is 1.5 EM. Here the font size is 2 EM. So this is the difference that brings this different tags for the different sizes. So let me give h3. So same way, let me add h4. You could see a gradual decrease in the size of the font, but all the other things will remain the same only. The only thing which gives the difference is the font size. Okay, so h5 tag, and the next tag is h6 tag. If you could see, there will be a gradual decrease in the font size. So that's the reason why is because there is a default styles which is being applied. So if let me hover on this h3, if you see h3 font size is 1.17. If you see this font size is 1.33 and h5's font size is 1.67, sorry, 0.83, and this is 0.67. So it gradually decreases in its size, but the properties all remains the same. So this is different heading one tags. So in such scenario, if you wanted to use any heading to your websites like Amazon, something like that, so you can use this. So you can use this heading tags for that particular purpose. Okay. So this is the purpose of the heading tag. So heading tags are nothing but default styles will be added. So default styles will be it will be added, predefined styles that will be added to your tag that makes the your tag where your web page looks good. So this is the usage of h1 tag. So next we'll be see about the paragraph tag. So what is the purpose of paragraph tag? So I'm opening and closing the paragraph tag and I am just giving hi, welcome. Okay. So now let me refresh this page. So same as you seen that for that particular text that there was a default thing which was applied. So same display block, everything will be applied, but font size won't be there. And also when compared with h1 tag, if you compare with h1 tag, font size won't be there, and also the font weight won't be there, but all the remaining other properties will remain the same. So that is paragraph tag. So you can use it when you wanted to use a paragraph tag. You can also go with paragraph tag if you wanted to use any paragraph kind of stanzas like that. You can use this paragraph tag. So paragraph tag is also is using the predefined styles, but the only thing is there is no font weight option and there is no font size also. So that is the only difference between the heading tag and the paragraph tag. And like when you work with the real-time projects, like with building your user interface, so you will be using every tags, but most of the times you'll be using this div tag, span tag, and heading one tag also I have used in less scenarios. But you should know about this div and span tag like in a well good way. So that is very important. Because these two tags will play a great role when you're developing a website. Okay, for sample, I will show you. So if you see, I'll just open this Amazon website itself. For a scenario, for a sample scenario, I will just show you. So I'm just clicking on this. If you see this is a division. Can you see this is a division? If I click on this, that is also division. If you see this is also division. You see, if you see this also is division. If you see, mostly these divisions will be used. And like the main purpose is, since the division is a block level element and it's like a container, so that plays a great role in building a website. Okay. So this is about the paragraph tag. So the next tag that we are going to see is anchor tag. Okay. So anchor tag is nothing but, so it's like an anchor. Like for example, I think here there is an example. If you see, there is an anchor tag. So anchor tag is nothing but it's like an anchor. You can add a H reference to it, and I will just add it. Wait. So for example, if that link has to be clickable, I'll just add a H reference tag to it, and you can just add the link. So it acts like a link. So when I click on this, so basically that will redirect me to that particular page. Can you see? It is redirecting me to this Amazon website. So this is, we call it as an anchor tag. So anchor tag is nothing but it's like a link. You can use it like a link or link tag. So like you can add a H reference and you can add the link. So when I click on that, to which particular page that should redirect. So you can just give the link in the H reference tag, so that will be opening in that particular thing. So target is equals to blank. I'm just giving target is equal to blank. So these are the ways like you can use this anchor tag. You can just click on it. So when you give target equal to blank, if you see it opened in a new page, so that's a difference. So when you don't give any target, I have given target equal to blank, so that opened in a new page. But if you don't give this target is equals to blank, so basically that will open in the same page. So that's a difference. That's why I added this target to this particular tag. So it will open in the same page. Okay. So this is the usage of this anchor tag. So anchor tag is nothing but it's like you can tell it as like a link tag. Okay. So these are the important tags that you should know, like while building websites. And there are a lot of tags like list tags and canvas. There is a tag called in list also you have order list, unordered list, and you have like tables. For tables there are different tags for building the tables. So these all tags I will be covering in the next tutorial. So stay tuned like for the next tutorial, so you can learn the remaining tags along with the coding. You can code along with me and you can learn it in the future sessions. Thank you.